Fall is finally here and hunting seasons are opening across the country. Elk, deer, pronghorn, bear. Hunters that apply effective hunting strategies often keep their freezers full no matter the game they're chasing. Quality food sources can change throughout the hunting season and vary from critter to critter, but understanding how critters move throughout the habitat features and between food, cover, and water, well, that's key to punching tags. Earlier this year, I received an invitation from Brent from Riverview Outfitters. He invited me up to chase bears this fall. He didn't have to twist my arm very hard because New Brunswick has a 2-bear limit. So I plan to take my Black Widow bow and the Winchester. This is my first hunting season, hunting with a traditional bow, and I spent a lot of time on the range preparing for this fall, hunting black bears and chasing whitetails here at the proving grounds. I even took the time to practice from an elevated position to make sure everything was ready for the upcoming season. Knowing Brent also had firearm hunting opportunities, we mounted Burris's new full field scope to my Winchester XPR, took it to the range, and got it dialed in. I'll also be using this rifle during deer season, and here at the proving grounds, most shots are under 300 yards, so Grant and I like to sight our rifles in for 2 inches high at 100 yards. You get to 100, 200, 300 yards, it's real easy for that hunter to make the adjustments and get that point of impact right in the vitals. I really like the 6.8 Western cartridge. The entire Growing Deer team uses it on different hunts. You know, we've tagged antelope, elk, bear, and of course, a pile of deer with the 6.8 Western. It's a cartridge that gets the job done, and I was looking forward to taking it to New Brunswick. As my trip got closer, I was sure getting excited because Brent was using Moultrie Mobiles. And the Moultrie Mobile app allows owners of the cameras to share their gallery with folks. Brent shared the gallery with me, and even though we were half a continent away, I was able to check in and see which bears were coming into bait. And boy, did he have some dandies. Just got to the airport, getting ready to head to Canada to chase bear. We'll see you up north. It seems with travel, something always comes up, and wouldn't you know it, my flights got delayed, missed a connection, my baggage even got lost. So I got to New Brunswick, didn't have my bow or rifle, but Brent said, you know what, it's no problem, just take it easy. We'll take that first day, go out, make sure everything's baited up, I'll show you the property, and that's what we did, had a great time. And he showed me all the areas he could hunt, and it was beautiful country there in New Brunswick. The area Brent hunts is almost like the Midwest for chasing whitetails. He's got production fields all around him, corn, soybeans, potato fields. There's food everywhere. It can pack in the critters. But what makes it really good for hunting is there's defined pinch points and travel corridors. Brent uses the same strategy we use here at the proving grounds to get in range of the bears he's hunting. He baits in the middle of those travel corridors closer to those bedding areas, which for bears are those swamps where it's wet and cool. He gets those bait sites real close to those travel corridors, and that way you can get in front of daylight bears as they're coming and going between food and cover. That's the same strategy we use to get in front of big bucks here at the proving grounds using hidey hole food plots. We had a great day refreshing bait sites, touring the countryside, and then I got word my rifle and bow had arrived. So we went and picked them up and headed straight to the range to make sure that Winchester was still dialed in. Don't want to forget, when you're traveling, we'll make sure to sight in, make sure nothing got bumped. Sure enough, the old Winchester Burris shooting pretty good. Probably fudged a little bit, but I'm all right with it. Just a little high. At that distance, we're right there. That's what I like. That afternoon, we decided to take the black widow out because Brent had a good pattern of bears coming in during daylight at a bow hunting location. I wasn't in the stand long when I spotted a bear coming up out of the swamp, headed to the bait.
Growing Deer is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Also by Green Cover Food Plots, Winchester, PH Outdoors, Black Widow Bows, Moultrie Mobile, Steel, Fleet Outdoor Apparel, Morel Targets, Fourth Arrow, Soil Pro Outdoors, Scorpion Venom Archery, Case IH Tractors, Burris Optics, and Redneck Hunting Blinds.
This was a younger bear, and Brent had showed me on the camera that this young bear had been coming in early and a larger shooter bear had been coming in after this young bear. So I decided to give this bear a pass, hoping that shooter would come in later during the hunt. As I was watching this bear feed at 15 yards, Brent was working hard. He was out refreshing bait at one of his rifle hunting locations. And on that Moultrie Mobile, later that night, we noticed just 6 minutes after Brent had left from baiting, a nice bear had come in to that bait site. Unfortunately, the big bear never showed that afternoon, but based on the Moultrie Mobile at that rifle hunting location, Brent and I knew we had a good game plan for the morning. We drove in early, swinging through the timber, hoping we were going to be in front of that bear as he came from the large ag field where he'd been feeding during night, and be in front of him as he went back to the swamp to bed during the day. It was a cool morning, and we were hoping the corn would do just the trick, be an attractive food source, carbohydrates, during those cooler temperatures. That bear would need a few more carbohydrates as he went back to bed.
Good morning from New Brunswick, in the bush. This morning, looking for a big black bear. This is a location Brent guide calls Crab Apple. And there's been several big bears in here. In fact, yesterday there was a bear all over this area. Has some great Moultrie Mobile pictures of bears just coming through here. And then there was a giant in here overnight. So we're in here. They'll lean to. We've got the Winchester this morning. This is a rifle set. Backed off the bait side a little bit. Super excited to see what'll happen. So see if we can put the Winchester to work this morning in New Brunswick.
It was just before 7 when I saw the bear step out.
Well, I just heard the death moan. It's back this way. Sounded like it was a little ways out there. I hit the bear a little high, so it makes sense why it ran a little further. And it's so dense in here. Can't hear very well, but definitely heard the death moan back this way. Super excited. Yeah, this is going to be my second bear. Went down in Arkansas. Buddy John invited me down, John Odell, a couple years ago to hunt with him. Had my first black bear. Actually doubled up with John. He shot one after I shot a bear. So had a great hunt there, and was excited when Brent invited me up here to New Brunswick to hunt with him. He's got some great properties. So I love bear meat, so I wasn't missing an opportunity to get on another bear hunt. So I've texted Brent. He's on his way. We're going to probably pick up the trail and see if we can get our hands on this big New Brunswick black bear. I'm so pumped. The Winchester does it again.
It was so early in the hunt, I probably interrupted Brent from his breakfast. I texted him I'd shot a bear, and he was there within a few minutes to help pick up the trail. That copper impact performed perfectly, and we didn't have to go far. Well, here he is, folks. What an incredible bear this is. I mean, look at the head on this guy. Nice, beautiful coat. What a great bear. He went, maybe 70, 80 yards and was down right here. Just in a few moments, that Winchester ammo, copper impact, really put a whooping on this big black bear. So I'm excited. We're gonna get this guy cleaned up through here, kind of cut our way out of here, and then we'll get a better look at him. But wanted to make sure you got the first look at him here while we're in the bush. So check him out. Well, what a morning it's been here in New Brunswick. So thankful Brent invited me up. Man, put me on a big old bear. Moultrie Mobile's been lighting up. This bear's been coming in. He's on a really good pattern. Use that information to know, hey, this morning was really cool. We felt like we could slide in, get ahead of this bear. And sure enough, he came in a little after 7. I'd only been in the blind like, maybe an hour, and gave me a great shot. The old Winchester did the trick. That copper impact, he only went about 70, 80 yards, heard the moan. It's gonna be an easy drag out of here. I'm extremely thankful for Brent's generous invitation and all his hard work. We truly had a great time that week enjoying creation in New Brunswick. This hunt wasn't successful by accident. It had a well thought out hunting strategy. And it's a great reminder, no matter the game you're chasing, the better you understand how critters are using the habitat features and traveling between food, cover, and water, well, you're gonna see critters and probably punch some more tags. Some of you may have noticed that the afternoon before I tagged that bear, he was coming from the right. And on that side of the camera, that's where the swamp was, the bedding area, if you will. Cool, wet down there. That bear liked to bed during the day when it was hot, coming up out of that swamp, grabbing a bite before heading to that feeding destination. The next morning, he came from the left of the camera, coming back from that feeding destination, headed back to bed. This is the same strategy we use when hunting deer here at the proving grounds. We like to position our hidey hole food plots really close to cover, so we are more likely to have those daylight encounters with those big bucks, bedded, coming up, grabbing a few bites to eat before heading out to a larger feeding destination in the afternoon. In the mornings, we can slide in ahead of those deer, get in front of them, and cut them off going back to bedding. We've got some great looking bucks here at the proving grounds, so make sure you subscribe and follow along this fall as we apply these hunting strategies and chase them with our longbows. It's going to be an exciting fall, and we're really looking forward to sharing it with you. I've always found it interesting, no matter what critters we're chasing, the principles to hunting are the same. And I think that all points to a single creator. A creator that had enough imagination to create many different types of critters to roam the earth, but still follow one principle. That's true for our lives as well. We all have many different paths, but we all have one creator. I hope you slow down this week, listen to the Creator and the purpose He has for your life. Thanks for watching Growing Deer.